as half-tracks and MG42s and a bike are moving in. And a slight trick for the half-track, stick some pioneers in it. They'll easily man the guns, and of course if damaged you can pop them out and begin repairing. And we also see some mines here, so I'm beginning to lay down many mines, and there we go. Large American assault, laying down mines straight in the road, but bike discovering this MG42 gunner quick on the swivel, opening fire on all of these Americans, killing one engineer team. The rest are suppressed, suffering heavily as now Volksgrenadiers and the half-track are moving in, compelling a full rout, while it looks like another team of riflemen was moving into the north. This was I'll just pause here, was a slight botched attack. And why was this? Well, only one direction, straight on the road, and of course laying down mines right here, right inside of the MG42 gunner. Perhaps a slightly more bold movement across here would have helped, going through here, and of course more points of angle so the MG42 can't cover everything. Instead, it ended up very quickly stopped as the MG42 just fired away at all of these unfortunate Americans caught right out in the open. So do try to plan out your attacks, preferably from numerous points. Want to take the attention of the main point of the defense, for example the MG42 gunner, while the rest are moving in for the kill. And for example, had he moved in with flamethrowers from all numerous directions, it could easily have gotten a lot more worse for me. Anyhow, back to the action. And we see a bit of fighting in the south. Grenadiers with Volksgrenadier support, firing away at these riflemen who are suffering heavily out in the open. Looks like an entire rifleman team might be lost. Oh, there we go. 6 riflemen dead, some wounded, screaming in pain, begging for medics. But there is no medic station either, which again would certainly have helped him keep up this rate of attrition and this fight. But he seems to have gotten the aggressive parts right, but he doesn't really have any defensive parts to support it, because this will of course have a natural flow of defense and attack, and just as good the Americans are in the attack and the Wehrmacht good in the defense, just it's sort of reverse on the defense. Germans aren't really super effective on the attack, and Americans, while not super effective on the defense, will certainly be able to stop any loose harassment and of course lighter attacks of the Wehrmacht with a simple mine or a machine gun emplacement themselves. But sadly that does not seem to be the way he wants to go, and we see me going out with a minesweeper, suspecting something there, but no dice. Engineers moving in here with some riflemen in tow, laying down mines right there. Not entirely sure why, but there we go. A bit too late, I think. He also has access to ranges but hasn't called them in. And we have a Sherman hitting the field, and we have a bit of fighting going here. Grenadiers setting up sandbags and using this for nice cover, firing away at these engineers. One going down already. Riflemen firing away at the Volksgrenadiers who are forced to pull back. And so far the tables do seem to have turned on the American. He has lost most of his map, not much to actually protect it, as I said. But Sherman on the way. 50 caliber machine gun being upgraded, so certainly might be some help there. Volksgrenadiers being forced back under heavy fire and actual fire. And we have the Sherman on the field. Riflemen moving in to support. Nice job. And firing away, not at the half-track, apparently ignore that. Taking out this pioneer team, it looks like. Guns blazing away. There we go. Pioneers slain, and I am quick to move in my pack, which I've kept in reserve just in case for this eventuality. Able to react to wherever the Sherman might have come. The Sherman apparently exposing its rear armor. Bad move. Blasting away at the machine gunner. Already a hole in the wall, but the gunners are quick to take advantage of this and fire away. And apparently deciding to get out now, since they can't really do much against the Sherman. But pack on the field, firing away at the rear of the Sherman. Sherman, though, does seem like it's quite able to register what's going on and get out of there before it is wrecked. So very nice survivability skills on this Sherman. Always nice to see someone able to take care of the Shermans. Plenty of players I have seen just throw it away. Rangers hitting the field, submachine guns, but no actual support for them. Bit unfortunate, or what about that? Instead we actually have some riflemen moving in from the south. Two-pronged assault. Rangers fire up and straight into a mine, ignoring the damage, although killing one man, and another mine straight here, killing riflemen again and suppressing them since they do not have fire up. Rangers running straight at the half-track, killing a lot of their own in the process. Walls being blasted apart off the cemetery. A few Volksgrenadiers wounded, but mostly Americans in this rather cemetery-like scene. The defenses did hold, but I am pulling the mortar back for a slightly more safe position. Sherman being repaired. Not much going on, and a Sturm Armory going up with a Stug 4 out on the field as well. The Stug 4 being a bit of a road bump for Shermans, although I am starting to perhaps reconsider this. One can always try and re-evaluate units as one tries them more and in different situations, of course. Although I am still going to stick to my guns and say the LMG 42 and the Wehrmacht also are in dire need of some work. Anyhow, Stug 4 hitting the field. Sturmgeschütz 4. The larger variant of the Stug 3 made when some of the factories making the Stug 3G were bombed, and the Wehrmacht in dire need of Stugs quickly set about constructing some from Panzer IV factories. Most of those being sent to the Western Front, which is why you see the Stug 4 here and not the Stug G, as some might be complaining about, I suppose. Riflemen moving in for the assault. Sherman moving south. Rifleman caught right out in the open, right near mine. In fact, that's not good. In case someone actually hits it, that will actually hit the rifleman mostly. Sherman now facing off against the Stug with veterancy 1, meaning it will take less damage. Sherman misses the Stug Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers in support, although a bit out in the open, trying to cling to whatever cover there is. Stug knocking out an engineer. Engineers rushing forwards, half-track in support, suppressing the engineers quite quickly. Riflemen moving in for flanking maneuver. Do they have sticky bombs? Sherman firing away at the half-track. Does not look like, oh dear. Grenadiers suffering heavy losses. Now Stug taking heavy bazooka fire to the rear, but firing away at the Sherman, taking a chunk of health there. And shots bouncing away at the Stug with its heavily sloped 88mm armor. Ranger suffering losses, and does not look like he has actually sticky bombs for his riflemen. That's a bit of a curious choice. Could easily have done a lot against my half-tracks. Of course, this Stug. Sherman continuing to pull back. Mine going off from a rogue mine or mortar round. Let's return to me to see how things are going there. No company yet. Stug in an exposed situation. Rear shot from the Sherman, but veteran ones does provide some protection, as it means they will take 25% less damage. Stug engine damaged. Will the Rangers move in for the kill, or will they try for a long-range shot, or perhaps even fire up? Stug crashing through the walls of the graveyard. The crew praying for deliverance, or at least safety. And there we go, Rangers, but the Stug does manage to turn in time. The frontal armor deflecting the bazooka round. And looks like the Stug will be safe for now. Frontal shot bouncing off. And Pioneers firing away from the remains of the cafe. One Ranger going down to a mortar round that knocked out this half-track. And we see further Rangers moving in. No Thompson submachine guns for them. And the American situation certainly is not looking good. Lacking a lot of map, a lot of infantry, and a lot of defenses. The only thing he really has now is that Sherman to really carry the offense and really strike some fear into my heart. Mortar rounds killing 2 Rangers, but they do manage to pick up a drop behind BAR, which I missed. Running straight at the Stug. Fire from the motorcycle, and the MG42 and Pioneers do manage to kill some Rangers who are forced to pull back, leaving behind their bazookas. Not good. And Pioneers trying to get into this shit for protection, but the danger has passed. And 2 bazookas have been left behind. One being grabbed by these Pioneers, which does not turn them into Panzer Pioneers, since apparently Relic in Company of the Line thought that Pioneers with Panzer Shreks are Panzer Pioneers. Not quite. Panzer Pioneers were basically the mechanized variants of Panzer Grenadiers. But there you go. Pioneers laying down a bit of mining there before returning to work on this Stug, which is certainly very heavily damaged. The engine is on fire and the covers are blown to all sides. Another grenadier team hitting the field, and veteran C2 for my infantry to support my Panzer Grenadiers, as I like to call them, of course. And nothing preventing me from that. Stuks still holding well. 3 infantry kills and 2 building kills. I probably suspect that will be the sandbags which is ran over there. Americans gathering up for a fresh assault. Plenty of engineers, rangers, riflemen, and the Sherman tank at the front. And going straight for here again. Right into the MG42. And riflemen getting suppressed. And what is this? Nebelwerfer in the background. Rockets firing away. Rangers getting up here, blowing up their own cover, unfortunately, with their bazookas. Riflemen forced to pull back. Engineers not looking good either, taking a lot of damage. Rangers now getting out of there as they are suffering heavy losses. Sherman going straight for it, firing away at the grenadiers, killing 1 already. And another being driven down. And the 3rd grenadier is killed as well. Sherman gaining veterancy 1, which does mean it will get faster, so it's able to get out of there quickly. And a parting shot right into this building, killing another MG42 gunner, but this building does still stand. And the machine gun nest in it is also there as well. Stu continuing to receive repairs. And no veterancy up there otherwise. Still no company at all, in fact. Sometimes as the Wehrmacht or American you don't really need it. As far as I'm concerned, I more use the doctrines to give myself an edge in some manner, or a bit of flavor, or just for the hell of it. I don't really have my strategies revolving around doctrines as some may have, but that is a personal choice and of course a doctrinal choice on my behalf. And Rangers storming ahead. Stuk firing away, not really hitting anything, a bit sadly. Perhaps an accuracy buff or an AoE buff could have been helpful there. Engineer killed by the Stuk. 4 Rangers riflemen moving in from the west. Will they have sticky bombs? Yes, finally haven't gotten sticky bombs, but unfortunately not able to throw them down. And now getting suppressed by the MG42 and forced to retreat. Volksgrenadiers in the building. Engineer killed perhaps by... No, it looks like it was the Volksgrenadiers and not the Stuk, although it looked like the Stuk briefly. Killing a Ranger with its main gun. And now going straight for the Stuk, but certainly in a dangerous situation right there. Mortar rounds landing. Grenade going off at the MG42 nest in the building, clearing it out. Oh dearie me, I have no MG42, but plenty of Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers. I have not really suffered any major losses for the most part, except a few pioneers. And this Sherman is in a dangerous situation. Main gun destroyed, but the gunner on top is still there, so able to continue firing